My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Now You See Me Too. And I know this is not an original thought, but I still wish this movie was called Now You Don't. Just wasted potential. But people don't really care for this movie, but I actually kinda do. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And Jesse Eisenberg is just a very entertaining and charismatic actor. I think he elevates these movies in every sense, and he really stands out here. And then we've got Woody Harrelson as the good guy, and I think he is entertaining, he's charming, he's likable, he does do a really good job, but we also get Woody Harrelson as the bad guy. And I just don't think this character is needed. He doesn't really bring anything to this movie, and he's not an interesting character either. Dave Franco, I think, is very likable, very funny. I think he does a really good job. And instead of Ezra Fisher, we've got Lizzie Kaplan, and I think she does a good job. She has a very loud, unique personality, but she does a really good job with that. Mark Ruffalo, he's very good. His character just seemed a little dumber in this movie. And I get it, but it's still impossible not to notice. Morgan Freeman, just always good in everything he's in. Michael Caine is barely in this movie, but he still stands out enough. And Daniel Radcliffe is such an entertaining actor. Like, his career post Harry Potter is so interesting. Like, he did The Woman in Black, he did Swiss Army Man, he did this TV show called A Young Doctor's Notebook, which he's great in, by the way. He was in Trainwreck for like a minute. He was in Escape from Pereira, which was good. He was in Guns Akimbo, which was perfectly fine. I don't know. I just think he's an interesting actor picking interesting movies. And he is so easy to hate in this movie. So I do think he does a really good job. Oh, I forgot to mention my favorite, the F word. He's great in that movie. But, anyways, back to this movie. The entire cast does elevate this movie. Everybody keeps this movie entertaining. Everybody keeps this movie engaging. It's just an all-star cast doing what they do best. And when it comes to the writing, this movie is even dumber than the original. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not. Like, this movie is far-fetched, but it's still fun. I like all the magic tricks and the reveals behind them. Like, the final reveal of this movie is the dumbest shit ever, but I can't help but enjoy it. Now, that said, I do think the plot is convoluted nonsense. Like, it is paper thin, and it does feel dragged out. Like, this movie could have been 15 to 20 minutes shorter, and it would have been all the better for it. I also didn't really care for the Dylan and Thaddeus plot. It just seemed so unnecessary. And I don't really care for the lore in these movies. Just everything with the eye is so uninteresting, and I would just prefer if it was just the five horsemen. You know, Jesse, Lizzie, Dave, Woody, and Mark. I don't need all the other stuff as well. So, I do like this movie. It is a step down. So, I would give this movie a 5 out of 10. But I didn't mention the best scene in this movie. And the heist scene, where they've got the playing card and they're just throwing it to each other, trying to avoid detection, is an amazing moment. Like, it is my kind of stupid humor. Like, it is so absurd and unbelievable and pointless, really. Like, some characters get searched, and once they're done being searched, they pass the card to someone who is currently being searched. It doesn't make any bit of sense, but it is actually hilarious. Like, I think it is comedy gold, and I love that scene to the point where I will give the movie an extra point. So the cast does a great job. I'm not a fan of John M. Chu as a director, but he does do a pretty decent job here. But there are issues within the script. It's not as strong of a movie as the first one, but that card scene, it just bumps it up. So if you've done the math, you would know that I'm giving Now You See Me 2 a 6 out of 10. I really hope the third movie is good. Fingers crossed. But Now You See Me 2, what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin,